belongs to me.
I want it different. That little rascal belonged to me.
Proud to say, boss, I'm that baby's daddy.
I be the paw, boss.
I'm the paw of that there youngin' boss. I'm the pappy.
What's crackin', fam? Welcome back to Trap History Channel with your boy, the Project Professor, aka the Hood Historian. Today, we're about to drop some knowledge bombs on the untold story of black fathers who hustled hard to buy their families out of slavery. We're gonna break it down, economically, and show you the unbelievable determination and sacrifices these fathers made. Let's get into the numbers. Before we dive into the finances and triumphs, let's take a minute to salute the unwavering love and resilience of the black fathers that had to endure this BS in order to be a patriarch. They fought tooth and nail to reunite their families, navigating a twisted system designed to keep them down. Their hustle is commendable and often overlooked, straight up. Now, to truly understand the uphill battle these black fathers faced, let's crunch some numbers. Back in the day, the price tag for freedom ranged from a few hundred to several $1,000s. And let me tell you, that ain't no chump change. But here's the kicker, these fathers were grinding for pennies while their labor was worth stacks. They earned next to nothing, barely keeping their heads above water. Imagine trying to stack up hundreds or even thousands of dollars with those scraps. It's hard to get an exact number, but according to historical research, it is estimated that between 5,000 to 25,000 enslaved individuals in the United States purchased their freedom or the freedom of their family members during the period of slavery. According to the National Humanities Center, in 1839 almost half of the freedmen in Cincinnati had self-liberated, having bought them and their families freedom. Now, let's get real about the economics. Let's say an enslaved brother managed to save $10 a month, which was a hefty sum back then. It would take him years, my friend, years of hustling and scrimping to save up enough cash to buy his freedom. And that's if life didn't throw any curveballs his way. Historical records indicate that the average enslaved individual's monthly earnings ranged from $0 to $10, making saving for freedom an immense challenge. Renting a room or a small dwelling could cost around $2 to $5 per month, depending on the location and living conditions. This expense was a significant portion of their earnings, making it challenging to save money. The cost of basic food items varied, but an estimate for monthly food expenses for a single person could range from $3 to $5. For a family, the cost would increase accordingly. A simple set of clothes for an individual could cost around $3 to $5, a doctor's visit might cost $1 to $2, and freed black individuals were often subject to various taxes and fees imposed by local authorities. These could include poll taxes, license fees, or other levies. The amount varied depending on the region but could range from $1 to $10 per year. Add that to the fact that the system was stacked against them. Laws and discrimination made it damn near impossible for these fathers to stack paper. They were denied education, denied opportunities, and kept down by an unfair game. Many oppressive laws and practices were implemented during slavery to restrict the accumulation of wealth by enslaved individuals, further hindering their ability to purchase freedom. One example is the act prohibiting the emancipation of slaves enacted in certain states. This law placed severe restrictions on the manumission or emancipation of slaves by their owners. Under this act, slaveholders were required to obtain a special permission or legislative approval to emancipate their slaves. They had to provide substantial evidence of their financial capability to support the emancipated individuals, ensuring they would not become a burden on society. The process was lengthy, complicated, and often subject to racial biases and discriminatory practices. This act made it nearly impossible for fathers to buy their children because it required a white man to come to court and vouch that the person being freed was capable of providing for themselves. Many had to settle for partial freedom. Now, let's put a face to these numbers with the incredible story of Venture Smith. This brother was born into slavery in 1729, went through hell and back, but never lost sight of his family. He worked those plantations in Connecticut, but he wasn't about to let his dreams go up in smoke. He hustled, saved, and strategized until he bought his own freedom. Venture Smith dropped 71 pounds and 2 shillings to secure his freedom in 1765. That's over $20,000 in today's money, fam. But he didn't stop there. This man had a vision, a dream to free his loved ones. He hustled day and night, chopping wood until he had $17,000 for each of his sons, $12,000 for his wife, and $10,000 for his daughter. Talk about a boss move, right? Venture Smith's story shows us the sacrifices these fathers made. The economics were stacked against them, but they never backed down. They knew the price of freedom, and they paid it with everything they had. Now, let's put this in perspective. The dollars they dropped back then would be worth tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands today. That's some serious value, my friends. We're talking major hustle and major sacrifice. This is the real deal, fam. These black fathers showed us what it means to hustle. They smashed through the barriers and left a mark on history that can't be erased. And that's a wrap on our eye-opening exploration of the economics behind black fathers buying their families' freedom. The numbers don't lie, the struggle was real. These fathers deserve to be celebrated as some of the realest fathers in U.S. history. Their sacrifices and achievements continue to inspire us and shape the world we live in. If you dig this deep dive into the economics of black freedom, show some love by smashing that thumbs up button, sharing with your people, and subscribing to Trap History Channel for more mind-blowing black history content. Stay woke, stay blessed, and until next time, one.
It's a dirty game, a dirty world, but I love it. It's a dirty game, a dirty world. Trying to feed my pockets. I was trying to give me some money. I was trying to feed his pockets, so Wardy was selling dummies. Sold me a fake quarter brick, Wardy bugging. Now I'm clutching, couldn't catch him. Call his cousin. It's a dirty game, a dirty world, but I love it. It's a dirty game, a dirty world, but I love it. It's a dirty game, a dirty world, but I love it. It's a dirty game, a dirty world, but I love it. It's a dirty world, a dirty game, but I love it. It's a dirty world, a dirty game, but I love it. It's a low down, dirty shame, but I love it. It's a dirty world, a dirty game, but I love it. I swear I love it. It's a dirty world, a dirty game, but I love it. It's a low down, dirty shame, but I love it.